This is the original Catfish Blues. Catfish Blues has been covered by a bunch of people, Muddy Waters, and everyone knows the Jimi Hendrix version. This is from Robert Petway. This is the original Catfish Blues, recorded all the way back in 1941. This is another FGA member request, so if you guys want to get in on those requests, join FGA members and then join the community. The link is in the description. All right, let's jump in. We'll listen to it together, and then we'll take it piece by piece as we're listening. Okay, let's start it.
Well, I laid down last night. Well, I tried to take my rest. Notion struck me last night, babe. I believe I take a stroll out west. 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 Take a stroll out west.
All right, let's up there. So it's in open G, and then I've got a capo on the first fret. If you're learning it, I think it's best just to do it in open G, but so we can follow along the video, we'll do it with the capo on the first fret. So a ton of cool parts here. The beginning, we have this. And then you can also strum it. I think both ways sound pretty cool. I think what he's actually doing is kind of alternating thumb and then index back and forth, and then the riff, he goes. The riff is basically, this is the relative 5th fret. I know it looks like the 6th fret, but we got the capo on the 1st fret, remember? So the riff goes 5, 7, 5, and that's like a little trill. So we're going ba, ba. So go ba, and then pluck again, and then slide down to the 3rd fret, and then pull off. And then after you do that, figure out a way that feels comfortable for you to play these top strings. So there's a couple ways you could do that. You go. So all thumb. And that actually sounds pretty close to what he's doing. Let's listen how he does that.
Stroll out west. Take a stroll out west. Take a stroll.
It comes after this part. Oh, it's changed the rhythm. So that time he's doing, so you can hear that's pretty cool. But at the very beginning, let's go back to that very beginning. So that's the different rhythm. Yeah. Well, it's like bump, 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 bump. Beginning, he's doing this double. And he actually does it like a couple different ways. So, that first time, and then the second time he does a double. Okay, to get the riff, you know, since he's changing it up a lot, I just recommend, you know, listen to it a bunch, but get that 5/7 hammer on that 5th string. And the whole time we're avoiding this low E string, I guess, but it's tuned to open G, so you know that's how open G works. Is we start everything on the 5th string. If you got the time, you got an extra guitar, you can do what Keith Richards did, and he actually takes off that lowest string when he plays an open G, so that way you just don't even have to worry about hitting it accidentally. But even if you hit it, it's in tune, so I recommend keeping it on, but if you just want to have fun and play with it, no problem taking that string off if you want. The way that I like to play it is kind of like the hill country blues style, where I'm going. And so that way it kind of gets like a little percussive hit, but you can hear that he's tapping his foot actually. 2, 3. So it's on those 2s and 4s. Right? But then the second time he's playing that riff, like right around here.
On a catfish, mama.
Actually, maybe it's a little bit before that.
Take out Joe loud well.
So this time it's a different rhythm.
What I find.
So that time it's going. And also, guys, you can also just give it a strum, like normal. That sounds really cool too. There's other parts to it. Let's get to those other parts because he's repeating everything. So let's keep listening.
On a catfish, mama.
So this part, so he starts off going after this cool riff.
What I find.
So he starts singing.
On a catfish, mama.
So he starts with just kind of doing the open strings. What if I? Okay, and then when he goes to the shortly after that, let's
what
listen.
I find. On a catfish, mama.
And when he says catfish, mama, he goes to this chord. And I think it's kind of like a substitute for the 4 chord. And he's just, what I'm hearing is these 2 frets, the relative 3rd fret of the 2nd and 3rd strings. And he's kind of doing that part for that section. On that first part, you can hear him sliding up that 3rd string. But then when he's saying that kind of other part, it's functioning over like the 4 chord. And so he plays this thing, 3rd fret. And he stays on this voicing kind of for a while. Let's keep listening.
I sat swimming deep down in the blue sea. How little gal now, sweet mama, setting out hooks for me, 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 setting out hooks.
Repeats that a lot. All right, that part. Check it out. So we're focusing on this kind of 3rd fret of the 3rd and 4th strings. So it's like on the 4th string, 3, 3, open, 3rd string, then 3rd fret of the 5th string. And that's the riff. Go back to that fun riff that we were playing at the beginning. So the main focus, guys, is it's kind of like have this going, and then you have this riff, and then the other parts you have this chord, and then there's that 3rd part where he is. Now I don't think he's actually playing that bit. That's the part that he's singing, but you might as well just try to go for it. Or you can do it as a strum. It's fun to play with just the strum because that's the cool thing about these open tunings is like it's hard to play wrong notes because all the strings are already in tune. Let's keep listening. And now I'm kind of hearing a little harmonica.
Well, I went down, yes, down to the church house.
Now he's going back to that.
Well, I called on me to pray.
Now back to this one.
Naughty word to say, naughty word to say, naughty word to, naughty word to, naughty word to say,
naughty word to say. So he goes up. Naughty word to say. Here we got open 3rd fret on the 4th string, and then relative 5th fret of the 5th string, 3 The last couple times he does that. I think he's saying not a word to say.
Not in word to say, not in word to say. Damn, man, play him a long time.
There's that chord. So he's kind of playing that. That's a fun riff by itself. 3rd fret. Boom, bum, 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 boom, bum. So I'm just kind of demonstrating the different ways that you can approach that with the right hand. I think most likely he's doing. Most likely he's doing this kind of combination of going back and forth, like with the index and thumb. That's what a lot of these guys used to do a lot, and not really so much any of these fingers. The way that I'm playing it, I'm playing it like that for fun because I love hill country blues, and that adds this kind of, that where the foot normally would click. And even if you don't have the foot clicking, like if you just wear socks or something, you can still get that percussion. Boom. Let's keep listening.
Wanna ride me a little baby. I'm gonna
So here on that part, he's doing that boom. So that's representative of this chord. He's kind of sliding up minor 3rd to major 3rd. And listen.
Ride me a little baby. I'm gonna ride in.
And now he's back to that other chord.
See my baby, do she thinking of little thing of me, 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 how little thing of me.
There's that harmonica again. Just some other couple chords that you can kind of add to that. In the harmonica part, that I hear that, it really sounds like a harmonica to me, but so he might be playing like so I don't think he's playing that, but that kind of sounds cool with it. So you have this big octave on the relative 5th fret of the 1st string, and he's going kind of a strumming pattern. And then kind of going down to this G7, or relative G7, because we got the capo, but it's the 3rd fret. And simultaneously when he hits that, he's going to hit this bass note here. That could be a cool, like almost another song or something. He seems to be adding that kind of at the end. This has been a really fun one.